Welcome to the Black Estate Podcast, where real estate, business, and culture effortlessly come together. I'm your host, Tanisha Williams, and this is the place where we explore the journeys that build legacies. Expect conversations with a natural flow, sharp insights, and all the real talk that makes the Black Estate more than just a magazine. It's a movement. Let's dive in. Good afternoon, everyone. Tanisha Williams here with the Black Estate Podcast, and it is so good to be back. I'm here at the Thorn City Syndicate and GNP podcast studio, and today my guest is Mehamed Ali with Above Ground Coffee. Just wanted to say I'm sorry for being away so long. There's been so much going on. So when we get another chance, I'm going to come back on here and catch you guys up with everything that's been going on with the Black Estate. We are still around and we are still doing our thing, and we have a lot of wonderful things to come. Today is the first interview of the year, and I'm starting it off again with Above Ground Coffee, bringing some fresh young energy to the scene. Want him to tell you guys about his coffee shop that's located in the heart of downtown Portland, right off of Broadway. It's a really cute, chic coffee shop. Downstairs, there is a tennis shoe store. I'm going to let him tell you guys a little bit more about it. When you guys are downtown, you have to check it out. If you're looking for a place to go have a meeting, if you're looking for a good place to study, to hang out, to listen to some good music and catch a vibe, Above Ground Coffee Shop is where you want to make sure that you stop at. So, Mehamed, tell me a little bit above ground. What was your inspiration? And first of all, how long have you guys been in business?
We've been in business for 10 months now.
Nice. Okay.
When we first started, I'm big on community, and we kind of wanted to give the community a space to be able to like work and like come together and come up with ideas. I've seen people come to the shop and come up with a lot of business ideas, community oriented like activities, events for the community. And so, we made it a late night coffee shop. So there's really not any other spaces where it's like open late.
How late are you guys open?
Till 11 p.m.
Nice. Okay. That's unique.
So, it gives students that go to PSU and like other schools around us in downtown Portland a space to come in and work on homework or come to our events. Like we have game nights. We just did a vision board for the year. And so we had like college students come in there and have some of the vision boards still in my office that I plan on laminating and hanging up in the store.
Nice.
But yeah.
Okay. Can you share the story about Above Ground Coffee Shop, how you came up with the idea, and what made you go into the coffee business?
Originally, I went to Bridge City Souls. A friend of mine's, Angel, owns Bridge City Souls, and I came out there to help them actually build out their business. They had me come over there to break down concrete. Oh, so I came down there and I happened to wanted to use the bathroom, so I was like, let me use the bathroom there. Like, there's a restroom upstairs, and so I went upstairs and I seen like this big space, and I was like, whoa! I seen it was carpets in there and stuff, and I'm like.
So tell me, what is Bridge City Souls? Is that the business that's downstairs?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us about Bridge City. Give them another shout out real quick so you guys understand the vibe in this coffee shop, because it's really dope if you guys
check we partner with them on a lot of things. It's coffee and cakes.
So they sell sneakers?
Yeah, they sell sneakers, and that was kind of like the idea I had. I was like, at first I went to him and was like, I was thinking, because I was a trainer at the time, so I was thinking like I needed a space for a gym. But Angel told me like, nah, that would be too loud. And so then I was like, what about coffee and cakes? And he was like, that would be dope. He was like, let's talk about it. And he was like, if you're serious, let's put something together. And so that's how it really all started. And then my business partner was crossing Canada border. And so I called him like, yo, you want to be a part of this? And that's literally how it started.
Nice.
And then it was just time to put in the footwork.
Okay. Now, are you a native from Portland? Are you from here?
I was born in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And then I moved out here with my cousins because my mom wanted to relocate out here. And she said it was better opportunities. And so, I moved out here, and then I moved to North Portland. So technically, I say I'm from North Portland because that's where I grew up.
Okay.
So, you know.
Nice, nice. And so what's your heritage? I seen when I went to your site that you come from a Somali and Muslim background.
Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
Somali and I'm Muslim.
Nice, nice. And how does that fit into your coffee? Do you guys have any African coffees or anything that you
Yeah.
guys have brought over from Africa, or is it all just
So our coffee is African coffee. And I mean we've had other types of different coffees from other countries, but we mainly use African coffee. And I work with a guy out in Vancouver. He gets his coffee from Africa,
nice,
and
nice.
and that's how we get our coffee and stuff.
Do you plan on someday having your own brand of coffee that you guys are selling, specifically, in your shop that you guys have branded?
Yeah, so I mean, right as of right now, we have our own label and stuff, of coffee for above ground. But yeah, I definitely plan on going and being hands on and making coffee and stuff, and you know.
Nice. So when you got into coffee, did you have mentors or did you just like jump right in the business? How did you do your research? Because that's it's a unique business to go into. And you kind of you need to know about the different beans and all the different drinks. Were you already a barista or like, how did you jump
I
into
mean,
that?
honestly, with anything that you do in life, you gotta learn. You know what I mean? So I learn stuff every day. Like the business been open 10 months, but I learn something new every day. And yeah, there's definitely mentors and there was people, you know what I mean, that definitely like I did a coffee tasting with Upper Left Roasters.
Nice.
This lady named Catherine, she taught me a lot, and she was definitely hands on and like very helpful. And then there was another lady named Kim.
Shout out to the ladies for helping this young man.
Yeah, she just helping me and my team out, and they were definitely very helpful. And then also the guy James that I was telling you about, he's to this day he still mentors me, and I call him about anything. He'll definitely put me up on game.
All right. Has the city really got behind your business? It seems really busy. When I've been in there, it was just such a great vibe. I noticed you had a lot of foot traffic coming in, which is what every business wants when they're just getting started. How did you create the vibe around your business? And even like the decor is just really beautiful and puts you in almost like a chic African
Yeah.
type vibe. Was that the intent on that when you did the decor, or did you
Yeah.
have some help with that, or?
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like the community is definitely behind us and supports us. And because I mean, honestly, like I'm going to coffee shops a lot of times where you don't really see the owners there or like engaging with people, and then at the same time they don't look like you, or they're not around the same age bracket, you know what I mean? So it's like you don't, I mean, it's definitely something different, and I think the community knows that, and what we offer too. And it's like we're not just about, like, for me personally, I'm not just about making money for a coffee shop and then pocketing the money and just walking away. It's like it's community based, like, you know what I mean? Like I've done stuff to give back to the community. Like,
Nice. And we're definitely going to get into that because I definitely want to know more about that. What would you say makes Above Ground Coffee different from some of the other coffee shops downtown or just in Portland, period? Like, what makes Above Ground stand out?
honestly, I feel like just the environment, like just the like it's not even like with the guys that work for me. It's like I talk to them about it all the time. They're just like, this is like not a job. It's just like it's chill vibes. Like, you know what I mean? Like they feel like they know the customers. Like I talk to customers all the time. Where I had a guy tell me something about him picking up his wife from the airport, and then like the next time he ordered, or he was telling me a story about picking her up from the airport, and I think she was just coming to the country and stuff. So like the next time he came in, he didn't come in with her, but I was just like, oh, what's up, bro? How you doing? Like, I remembered his name, and like that's another thing. Like I remember our like repeated customers.
But you feel like you're building community there.
Community, and I'm just like, yo, how was that you picking up your wife from the airport and stuff? Like he was like, oh man, you remembered. Like I was like, yeah. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of, yeah, you're building a relationship with the community and like, and just like, it's not just transactional where it's just like, oh, you're buying coffee, I'm giving you coffee. It's like, bro, like you're building some sort of friendships over time. Like I met another guy there where I became cool with him and I literally met him over me serving him coffee.
Right.
So it's like, yeah.
Nice, nice. Have you noticed more opportunities coming your way
Yeah.
since you're in a place that really fosters creativity? You know, I felt as soon as I came there, I started thinking of all these great things that I could do there, and which I will be holding some events, you guys, at Above Ground. So be ready for that. We will be doing some classes, some real estate classes, first time buyer classes, and some other things. He is opening his space to other businesses. So if you guys are looking for a place to hold something, or to hold some intimate meetings, if you guys have things you want to talk about in group settings, Above Ground is really the perfect place to do it. So I would encourage you guys to definitely check it out. Now, something else about this young man that I really wanted to touch on is his story is very unique. Do you mind if we talk about that a little bit? We don't have to get super into detail, but you know, usually the people that I have on here, you guys have a lot to share. They've been through a lot and they've overcome a lot. And this man has overcome some things. And to be where he's at right now is just really a testament of his mindset. And I find it really encouraging for others. And so I just wanted him to tell a little bit more about his story. He was somebody that was incarcerated several years ago. We're not going to get into about what, but I want to ask him, what was your mindset? Because it's like you came out hitting the ground running. It usually takes people years to get back on their feet when they have been through, you know, bad situations. So, what was your motivation? What was your thought process when you were sitting behind those walls and you were thinking about who you wanted to become and who you wanted to be when you came home?
Honestly, so I was locked up for 6 years, and when I first went in, I was 18, so I was still in high school. Actually, I was a senior at Roosevelt High School, in North Portland, and at first I didn't, you know, at 18 you're still a kid. You're not mentally like developed yet, so I kind of like I took it as a joke, and I was just like, nah, like they're not about to give me a lot of time, and so I think reality sinked in once I did get sentenced, and then it was like, okay, now like my first 2 years, I was still trying to learn what I wanted to do. I mean, I always had a mindset of like becoming a business owner just because I watched my dad own multiple businesses as a kid, and I was kind of hoping he passed those down to me eventually. And so instead of him passing it down, I kind of went and created my own way for myself and kind of followed his footsteps. But back to like me being in prison, my first 2 years, I was kind of like, you know, I was playing around. I was still finishing school and stuff. Once I did, yeah,
once you graduate,
yeah, I got my GED. So once I got that, I like enrolled into college and stuff, but then I wasn't taking that serious. And then I was like, my third year was like, all right, it's time for me to lock in. And I started, and it's crazy because like people think when you go to prison, everybody in prison is bad. Like that's what people think, but there's a lot of businessmen in prison.
right? That just found themselves in bad situations or around the wrong people, right?
And so I met people that own businesses that you know what I mean, and like that were involved in other businesses and like were actually making legit money. And so like I would, you know, talk to them, get some game from them, and then this guy taught me how to write business plans. And so once he taught me how to write business plans, and he told me to order like 3 or 4 books from Amazon. And so
What books were those?
The first one I remember was like how to start a small business for dummies or something like that.
I have a couple of those, like Investor for Dummy books.
Yeah, so it was like, yeah, I had a few of those, and so then once I started reading those, I was like, I was getting the concept of it. And it's just like, all right, I think I'm capable of this. And then once I learned the how to write a business plan, like to this day, I still have those composition notebooks. So people don't know that before I started all my businesses, I already had this planned out before I came home. Like I already knew that I was going to be a business owner. Like I just needed to figure out how I was going to do it. And so I still got those composition notebooks at home. Like I literally.
Were you in there visualizing your success as you were in there? Did anybody talk to you about that? And
Yeah, I definitely, I had a plan. Like I remember I would call my mom and like I'd be like I came home, I didn't have anything. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't have a place to stay or anything. I was living on my friend's couch when I first came home. And so like I had a job within my first week out. I went and got a job right away. I was like, I can't.
So what was your first job when you got out? See, there's a lot of people, they come home and they have not a clue where to start. So
My first
right, what
job,
was your
my first job, I was making like $400 to $500 a week. It was bad, but I was on roofs. I was getting on roofs and stuff. So I'm just like, I'm really risking my life for $400 to $500
for somebody else?
for someone else. You know what I mean? But it was just like, this is better than
Right, got to do what you got to
you know what I
do.
mean?
Right.
Like, and I got my PO. He's like, you got to get a job. I'm like, don't even worry about it. You know what I mean? I visited my PO and me and him have never had a problem. Like, you know what I mean? He's always told me like, you're like one of the best people I've worked with because I don't ever have to worry about you. I come to your house, see, I check your car, you know, everything's always good on spot on. So, he was always off my back, so I never had to worry about him. And so then I would lock in. I did the roofing job. I went from that job to, I was working in North Portland in the same neighborhood I grew up in. I was doing maintenance for apartment complex out there,
Okay.
the New Columbia Apartments. So when I had that job is when I was really like, okay, I need to really lock in. So then I went and got a second job. So I was doing medication deliveries. So I would go to work from 7 a.m. I would get off at 3. And then from 3 to about like midnight, I would be on the road. I would go from Portland to Eugene to
So you
Long
were
Beach.
grinding.
I was driving just on the road, but I was making a lot of money from that job and I was just saving everything. And so that's like where like, that was the part of me hustling and trying to figure it out and like not expect, because a lot of people like I've seen a lot of people come home and like they expect one thing about people that get out of prison, they feel like people owe them something. You know what I mean? They feel like my family, my friends, like, you know, I knew nobody owed me anything when nobody was putting money on my books or anything. It was just up on me to figure it out and put it together, and I did that, you know, and so.
Nice. So I remember us talking last time, and you said you had like several different business plans wrote up. Out of those business plans, how many of them were you able to actually execute and to put into practice that are up and going right now?
The truck company for sure. That was.
So tell us a little bit about the trucking company.
So the trucking company is definitely something that I
Or was
was
that the
passionate
first
about.
one?
Yeah, no, so yeah, pretty much. I mean, with the coffee shop, I had a business plan similar to the coffee shop. Um, it was more of a like a like a bakery slash like smoothie shop. But instead of that, I turned it into a coffee shop, and so it's like everything kind of still aligned with each other, and it's just the names and the drinks that were being served instead of smoothies is coffees.
Right. So how did the trucking fall into all of
The
that?
trucking, that was so I started off with one truck, and then what I did was I have semi. So I started getting into the semis. The semis where I have my own semi out of state right now. That's I'm gonna have a driver on, but as of now, I have percentages of other semis that are already on the road,
Okay.
and so like it's still tied to my trucking company, and so
So you've been able to do some investing as well into other businesses.
yeah,
Nice. Okay. So you also have a salon, a hair salon.
yeah.
Tell us about your hair salon. This man has been out here working, you guys, and that's why I brought him on, so that you guys can kind of tap into some of that mindset that he had to get these things started. And we're also going to talk about some of the challenges that he may have faced as he was trying to get these business plans up and going. But let's hear about his salon, because I definitely want you guys to go check his salon out as well.
So the salon is in North Portland, and
What is it called?
the studio,
Okay.
and so
Studio in North Portland. Where's it located?
off of Lombard.
Okay. And what?
It's like Lombard and Greeley.
Okay. So you guys go check it out off of Lombard and Greeley, the studio.
Yeah.
And what do you guys do there?
So
Or what do they do there?
pretty much, yeah. pretty much. So I have a business partner. She kind of handles a lot of the hands-on things over there, and she's like in charge of like I tell her if someone wants to rent out a space and stuff in there, like I'll let her know. But I kind of play the background in that, and I just kind of
Are they cutting hair?
Yeah, so they do. So there's
Braiding, doing hair weaves,
eyelashes,
okay,
lashes, and there's people that do hair in there. There's another open room in there right now that's up for rent. But
okay, you guys hear that? There's a room for rent at the studio. So if you guys want access to be able to rent that room, get in touch with Muhammad Ali.
It's a big space. I wanted to turn the back, which is like separated, into a barbershop for the fellas, but I haven't started working on that just
So
yet.
you guys are still kind of growing it and still working on some plans.
Yeah.
Okay. So again, he has 3 businesses, you guys, that he has been working on. How many months has it been?
So I got out 2022.
Okay, so you guys, it's been about 3 years. This man has been out here grinding.
So 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
End of 22.
Oh, wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit about some of the challenges that you may have faced as you were getting your first business up. Like, what would you tell a young entrepreneur that has ambitions to go into business for themselves, that maybe has not had any experience in the past, but has big dreams and has people that may be able to help them accomplish those things? What advice would you give to someone? What advice would you have given to yourself back then?
Man, honestly, I would say get like any type of business or anything that you do, you want to get involved with people that you can trust, and people that want to see you do good, not just momentarily, but for the future.
Right.
And so it's like you gotta be able to separate all feelings when it comes to business. You know what I mean? Because the banks, the customers, the business partners, or silent investors, or whatever the case might be, they don't care about your feelings when it comes to business. You know what I mean? And so like
that saying goes, it's not personal, it's business.
It's business. So as a business owner, you have to put all personal feelings to the side, and the show must go on no matter what. It's like nobody's bigger than the program. Something I like to go by. And as long as you understand that, and going into a business, you should be fine, honestly. Like, and also another thing, people go into business expecting a return investment
right away,
and that's like, and I just want to say, like, as a business owner, you're the last to eat. You know what I mean? You're the last person to see anything. But you're always the first person that has to come up off of everything.
Right.
You have to sacrifice the most as a business owner. And a lot of people don't know that.
Right, but not ready for the sacrifice. They're ready for the immediate rewards.
Exactly.
Very true.
And like, and I mean, there's a lot that comes with business, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people glorify it, you know what I mean? Honestly, with me, even with all my businesses and stuff, I've always played the background. Because I don't like I said, I was camera shy at the beginning. I don't even like to put myself out there, and
because you have to protect yourself as well as a business owner. There are a lot of hyenas out there, that don't want to see you make it. So you definitely have to protect yourself and what you're doing, and have to really kind of be guarded in a sense of who has access to you. Yeah. I know some other things that you're doing, so I kind of want you to tell them about it as well, about how some of the ways that you're also engaging with the community. And I know that you have a nonprofit that you're working on. I don't know if you're ready to share that yet, but you can share what you want to, a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I got a nonprofit called Help to Forgive. And so we pretty much work with I work with other nonprofits. I've partnered up with nonprofits like SACO or Word is Bond, and there's a couple other ones I can't think of at the top of my head.
Say your nonprofit one more time.
Help to Forgive.
Help to Forgive. I will try to put a link somewhere in the caption, you guys, so that if you guys want to give or donate something to help to forgive, or find out what his email information is to maybe you guys have people that could benefit from that program, or maybe you yourself want to be a part of that program. So I'll make sure I put something in there so you can contact him and get that set up for yourself.
Yeah. So pretty much honestly when I started it, it was based off. So I lost my best friend to gun violence.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, thank you. And so he left his son behind, and I remember I was talking to his son, and he kind of wanted to know like who did what to his dad and like what was gonna happen. And it was like at 10 years old, I'm kind of like, like I'm like, man, I don't want him to grow regret later on and feel like, okay, now I got it. Because I've seen partners that I grew up with jump in the streets because of something that's happened to their dad.
Have to avenge somebody.
You know what I mean? They feel like they got to get back. So I was just like, all right, I gotta try to do something not only for him but other kids that are in the community.
Right.
And like with that comes, like I'm big on community, so I feel like giving back to the community is something that's major for me. And so like working with him, but also like talking to other kids and telling them my story and just letting them know like, one day or a 5-minute decision or a second decision can change your whole life.
Right.
In a matter of time. And just for a long time too, is just like, and I was just telling them like about how I went to prison and everything. And just like how like, of course you regret everything and you wonder where your life could have been if you didn't make those decisions. And so I'm like, why go through the same thing I went through when you see I'm the living proof? I already went through it. I don't want you guys to even go through it. You can be better than I ever was if you just stick to the plan and just, stay in the right direction. And so that's really my biggest message when I go to schools like Roosevelt and I talk to kids. I went to this program that I was a part of, the I Am Academy. And like my mentor, I spoke with his students that he's mentoring now.
Wow.
And like
Full circle moment.
Circle moment for me, because he was like literally like right up until I went to jail, he came to visit me in the county and was like, all I've ever wanted to do was just keep you out of trouble. And like I made a promise to him too when I was in there that I was like, next time you do see me, I asked him not to come back, but I was like, next time you do see me, I'm gonna show you something different. And the next time he did see me, I waited up until I accomplished what I've accomplished so far, and not just when I got out right away. I refused to go see him because I was waiting till I had my moment to actually do what I wanted to do.
And to show him that you were right.
Him, and so I returned that favor by going to talk to his students.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'm really glad that the community has a young brother like you that's actually out here and doing the work, that you are reaching back towards the community and towards the kids. We are, living in some very questionable times right now when people don't know what to expect moving forward. So it's really good to have steady and stable voices within the community that can relate to some of the things that these young men and some women, are going through, and to, kind of show them a different path. If anything, show them the blueprint that you took, so that they can, kind of make a change in their lives and get headed in the right direction. Right. Thank you for joining us today here at the Black Estate Podcast. It's really great hearing your story. I really commend you on everything that you're doing. I know that you'll keep up the good work, so I'm just going to send good energy towards that. And, the Black Estate is here to support. So we'll also be doing events and things in Above Ground as well to get some of you guys out there. Again, it's a great location. If you guys have some things that you guys want to do there, if you guys have meetings, small tea parties or whatever, the vibe is super cute there. So you guys will love it. I'll see if I can insert a link or a picture in there.
I got one more thing too.
Okay, definitely.
Help to Forgive and Above Ground Coffee is partnering up with Word is Mine. So I'm doing a code drive for kids and adults.
Okay.
And so
come out, support you guys.
If anybody would like to help us and join what we're doing, they could always donate coats and stuff to Above Ground. Like you can come drop them off.
You guys hear that? A coat donation, coat drive at Above Ground.
Yeah.
What's your address?
It's 419 Northwest Broadway. The second floor, so on top of Bridge City Souls.
In 419 Northeast Broadway, on the top floor, atop of Bridge City Souls. You guys make sure you guys come down and check it out. When is your coat drive starting?
So we're collecting votes right now. As the date that we have so far right now is we're gonna do a walkthrough February 8th where we're this bond, and depending on if everything is all set by then, we might do it that day. But I've been talking with the director from Worders Bond, so we haven't had a set date yet, honestly. So we're still putting it together, but I know we just wanted to collect because we have a certain amount of coats ourselves, but we just want to collect more by that day. So that
the Black Estate will help keep you guys posted. I will have something about that event in my next issue. So you guys, and also he will be featured in my next issue where we'll get a little bit more in detail with you guys about his story, about some of the other things that he's doing. You will be able to see where his location is as well. And you will also be able to play back this video so you can learn more about Mr. Mehamed Ali. You guys, make sure you guys come out and support this young brother. He's really trying to do the right thing. He has a great business, great coffee shop. It's very high energetic in there. So it's not the run of the mill, boring, quiet coffee shop. You're actually going to go there and enjoy yourself. And you may meet some people that you can network with and help change your life. So you guys go ahead and check it out. Thank you guys for coming today and for viewing. Again, this is Mehamed Ali with Above Ground Coffee Shop, as well as Studio Salon. And what's the name of the trucking company?
Loading LLC.
And MVP Loading LLC. So if you guys have a business and you guys need someone to do transport, you guys will have to talk to him about it because I don't know what they do all the way in that aspect. But you guys do know now that you guys do have a Black trucking company here in town. So make sure you take advantage. Thank you guys for coming. And again, it was great being back.